Wow, this country is fucked. So in the past couple of months, there have been irrational violence in this country with people shooting other people. The latest one happened just over the last 24 hours at the Empire State Building, where someone who had been working there previously and gotten laid off shot at least 11 people, wounding at least 2 officers that I know of so far. Now you would think this country would stop and think about what's important. However, we haven't even heard from our candidates, Obama, who is the incumbent president, or Mitt Romney, who is the Republican challenger, about any kind of legislation dealing with guns. I'm not for the total getting rid of guns, okay? But we need to figure out in this country what the hell we're going to do. What the hell is going on? Why is it that we allow this to happen? Why is it that when this does happen, we talk about, oh, the poor people, oh, the poor guy, you know, he must have been crazy. Well, what the fuck, man? Come on. What's going on? Do we really need to have the ability to buy assault rifles? Granted, this last one, the guy had a handgun. However, should we not include in the background checks of these people the fact that they may be getting treated for some kind of mental illness? Why is it that we can't do this? Why is it every time someone mentions gun control, the Tea Party, tea baggers, get all up in arms about some kind of, you know, like, we're going to take away all their guns and oh my God, they're going to turn this country into a bunch of pacifists. This is not true, but we need to get it under control. Think about it. Some asshole sold this guy a gun. Now, come on, look at this guy. Why in the world would anybody who came into your gun shop, if you were to own one, looking like this idiot, would sell you a gun? Why was he sold a gun? Look at him. He's obviously something wrong with him. Look at the expression on his face. This is how the guy looks all the time. Come on now. The idiot that sold him a gun ought to be locked up himself for not taking the initiative in himself to say, hey, I'm not going to sell you a gun. You know, gun owners, gun shop owners do have the ability to say, hey, I'm not going to sell you a gun. But guess what? They don't, because they're going to make money. And what about this other stuff where we're allowed to buy thousands of rounds of ammunition on the internet? Now, come on now. Why the hell would anybody need to buy thousands of rounds of ammunition? Sure, there are some people who are, you know, do it as a sport and, you know, practice with thousands of rounds of ammunition. But why can't this be confined to, you know, gun ranges? You know, where this person gets the ability to have access to thousands of rounds of ammunition, but it's kept on the gun range. Why does he have to have it at home? Why is it that we have to be able to buy extended clips? What is the use for an extended clip? The extended clip just means you can shoot more people without having to reload. So we really need to see what's important in this country. We really need to tighten up on the gun control. We really need to tighten up on who we sell it to, and we need to tighten up on what the hell is going on in this country. And do you really know what's going on with the people you're voting for? Do you know what they're really thinking? I mean, come on now. We watched the debates years ago. Really? We're going to ask them, do you like diamonds over pearls? Who the hell cares? Or who's going to be on your iPod for the holiday seasons? Do you like Elvis over Johnny Cash? Who the hell cares about this crap? Have we as a nation gotten so stupid that we can only think like this? I mean, look at what happens now. We get our news about the candidates and about most other things in these little things called sound bites. Okay? So here's what happens. They take 10 words out of a 1,500 word speech, and that's what they run with on the news. Not saying what was said before, not saying what was said after, so that we can get things into context, but this little sound bite. So, you know, maybe the president says, you know, you didn't create these jobs, okay? In his latest speech, he was talking about how the government has at least some kind of part in people building their businesses, whether they be small businesses or large corporations. He mentioned the fact that roads are built and bridges are built and that the government takes care of that stuff. And that this is the kind of thing that lets commerce send things to all different areas of the country and even to the world if you get into the whole maritime thing. And what he said is, you didn't build that. What he meant was, you didn't build the roads and bridges that allow you to get your product to mass markets. He wasn't saying that you didn't build your business, but that's what they ran with. And that's what they're beating him up about. So we need to really get the CBCs and the CNNs and the ABCs and the CBSs and the Fox News and the MSNBCs and whoever else takes care of the news and say, look, we need to get tough on these people. We want to hear what the real issues are. Quit giving us sound bites, quit giving us crap, because that's all this country is turning into is crap. We have no sense of responsibility in this country. We have no sense of leadership and no sense of direction. We need to get the shit together so that we can have a safer, more productive country, or else we're never going to be out of this debt crisis and we're never going to be out of this recession or anything like that. And that's another thing. We need to get tough on these bankers too. They need to go to jail. We need to start prosecuting. We need to start prosecuting now. We need to start getting our people back to work, living wages, being able to access health care, being able to rely on Medicare when you get older, because this country is going to be screwed if we don't.